What's up, dudes? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back. I'm bringing you audio commentary. It's been a while. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually took a little break from YouTube. I mean, I only put out videos that I wanted to put out. And I kind of want to talk about why I took the break. Well, I was burnt out. I am. I'm still not off break yet. I'm probably going to come off the break probably next Wednesday. But I'm going to start slowly moving back into the uploads. And I feel great. I feel better than I have. But like a lot of people don't understand that when I say stuff, I say it because I'm stressed out. Just like you just have somebody and you scream at somebody because you're just on the height of stress. It's just what it is. And I've been slowly working myself back into Call of Duty. I started out playing Fallout, then I moved up to Dragon Age 2, and then I moved on to Metro 2033. Then I did some achievements on Medal of Honor. Now I'm like, okay, it's time to get back into Call of Duty a little bit. Let's see what it is. I did a video yesterday where I ran over Modern Warfare 3. I hadn't even played it. You know why I ran over Modern Warfare 3? Because I didn't even want the ability to play the game, because that's the game that stresses me out. And I've already did my last Modern Warfare 3 rant, so this is not going to be about Modern Warfare 3. This is going to be about what makes COD good and what makes it bad. Let's go and look at the balance standpoint and realism. Balance versus realism. Obviously, you want a realistic looking game, but you obviously don't want to break your leg if you jump out the second story of Nuketown. Why? Because it destroys the fun factor. And what is the fun factor for a lot of people? Well, they want to get big scores. The yellow numbers are the fun factor. And how do you get big scores? Well, they want to get big scores fast. They want to run around. They want to have a good time. They want to feel like they're doing well. They want to feel like they're winning gunfights. And they don't want to feel like they're losing gunfights unfairly. That brings in the frustration factor. Frustration factor is what Call of Duty has a lot of. And it gets more prevalent as you get better at the game. I think XCOW said it best, that as he gets better at a game, the more he gets upset at the game. And I understand why. The reason you get upset at a game like Call of Duty is because you know you got bullshitted. If you just start playing a game and you see somebody run down and hip fire you with the MP40 and you get one shot in the headshot, be like, oh man, he's good. But if you played the game for a year and a half, you know he just got a lucky spread on a hip fire. It's all stuff like that. So let's go ahead and talk about what Call of Duty could do to make it less frustrating, but still have that same appeal to it. Let's talk about it. Alright, well, first things first is you want a good hit detection. Well, you have a pretty good hit detection in the base of Modern Warfare 2 engine, which you're probably not going to use the Modern Warfare 2 engine. Why? Because of lawsuits, so we can scrap that idea. Modern Warfare 2 was very fun up until the NoobTube fiasco, because the hit detection was spot on. Everywhere you shot, that bullet went. It felt good, even under lag. You could be on a 2-bar in Modern Warfare 2 and feel like you're going to do a good job. But the only problem with Modern Warfare 2, which they did address, which kind of went over a bunch of people's heads, is there was a huge lightweight. Let me say it. Lightweight in Modern Warfare 2 when it launched was a huge problem. Why was lightweight a huge problem? Well, it had, I think it was like 11 or 13% movement increase, which might not seem like a lot, but look at it this way. The light machine gun is 10% decrease from like a submachine gun, and you just feel that difference. And then if you had a submachine gun with lightweight, it was twice the speed of a light machine gun. You're like, well, that's fair, right, Wings? Well, it is fair, kind of. But what it did was it created hit detection issues. This perfect game on this perfect engine that would work flawlessly. If a guy had lightweight, or Lord forbid, you have lightweight with a care package in his hand. People remember the care package glitch? Remember Only Used to Be Blade had wanted to make a t-shirt with a care package thing on one of the sleeves so you could run with it. But that's another thing. That's another thing entirely. But care package glitch, people would be zipping in and out, in and out, in and out. What does that remind you of? Stalker. It does. Stalker, or Stalker with juice. Both of these things created a faster movement in the class that, and then you compiled lag compensation on top of it, would make the person or the UZ get some unfair kills. That's why I considered a video a while back, Stalker was like Juggernaut. Because of the lag issues with Stalker, you're a lot harder to kill while you're using Stalker than you would be when you're not using Stalker. And it's about the same percentage as it would be to have extra health on Juggernaut. That was my reasoning back then. So, let's take all perks that increase the movement speed out. This does not affect rushing. It doesn't affect rushing at all. How fast you run does not determine how much you run. It just means you run faster. You get from point A to point B quicker. I mean, you can do this by either adjusting the stage size, adjusting the way the maps are laid out, or by giving a perk. The perk does not need to be there. So let's go ahead and take anything that makes you run faster out of the game. Why? Hit detection. You have a better platform for better hit detection, and it'll be better all around. Alright, so lightweight's out. That's all good, because lightweight wasn't in Modern Warfare 3. Well, Stalker and the Specialist Pro, both of those gave you like lightweight. But let's go into the next topic. What else do people don't want to see? They don't want to see a perk that hides you from the UAV. Well, this one's you're going to have to bite the bullet on, because this is what you call a situational perk. These are the only kind of perks I feel should be in the game. Why would a situational perk need to be in the game opposed to a perk that enhances something? Lightweight, you have 100% benefit at all times. Where Ghost, you're only getting a benefit if somebody has a UAV up or somebody's doing well. It sucks. It kind of slows the game down, yes, but it's a need to be there. It's just that plain and simple. If you have something like a UAV, you got to have a counter like a Ghost. It has to happen. Lightweight has no counter. There's no like perk that will make somebody run slower while in the line of sight of you. I guess you could say the Snoog like Guardian Sentry does, but that's here or there. We're not talking about that kind of balance. We're talking about yin and yang. All right, so Ghost, we conclude Ghost pretty much has to be there. You could take Ghost and you can modify it a little bit. Like for me, example, I say that if you have more than two UAVs up, Ghost shows up anyway, or make it go like swipes. Like right now, if you call one UAV in, it goes real slow. You call two UAVs in, it goes real fast. You call three in, you got Blackbird, or Advanced UAV in Modern Warfare 3's case. I think you should do the same thing with the Ghost. That second swipe reveals all the Ghosts, or maybe like, I know they're not going to give a Blackbird in Black Ops, or well, I forgot what's called, a Comstat or whatever. But make, like, one's up, alright, no Ghost is going to be seen. Two up, you're going to show a Ghost every second swipe. 3 up, Ghost is 100% seen on the map. Maybe it should be like that. That way you're helping your team out, and Ghost is not end all be all. But we're not here to fix Ghost. We're here to fix frustration. Even though Ghost is a part of frustration. No, I've had my share of lost voices of screaming at Ghost, and I've had my share of gameplays with the Ghost perk on. I mean, but we're talking about frustration factor. Ghost is a frustration factor, but it has to be there for balance. Like, who wants to fucking get raped by a chopper gunner because your teammates suck? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anybody that was here during Christmas of Modern Warfare 2, chopper gunners were like a 30 kill streak instantly. It just boop, 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 boop. Ground war chopper gunners were beautiful. It was great. I was like, man, my career just got easy as shit. But alright, so we included no perks that make you move faster. So take out Stalker, lightweight, juiced, anything that makes you run or move faster other than the actual gun itself. Submachine gun should run faster than a light machine gun. Light machine gun should run slower than an assault rifle. Assault rifle should not be as fast as a submachine gun. Second thing that needs to go, rapid fire of any sort. Here's why. Let's think about the last 2 Call of Duty games and what rapid fire pretty much did. Rapid fire was only on certain assault rifles and was only on certain submachine guns. But unlike Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4 and World at War, where rapid fire was replaced by a perk, which was double tap, they now put it in the game as a very viable attachment. This is kind of like a cue to Black Ops 2. So what did this attachment do? Well, it basically increased your rate of fire, but didn't increase your recoil. For example, it started in Black Ops. So this right here is the Treyarch's theme, and then Modern Warfare 3 copied it. Black Ops put in, well, Modern Warfare 2 put rapid fire in, but it sucked in Modern Warfare 2. Actually, Modern Warfare 2 is the way rapid fire should be. But let's go back to that in a bit. Black Ops put in rapid fire, and it was noticed right off the bat one of the best weapons in the game was the AK-74U with rapid fire and grip. It was ridiculous. Luckily, they were smart enough not to be able to put extended mags on it, but it was still there. In Modern Warfare 3, you can put extended mags on it, and it's very, very powerful. Rapid fire submachine guns gives submachine guns 25% better fire rate, which essentially increases their damage around 25%. There's variables like the MP7. I know it gives 11%, but I'm just going by a ballpark average. You know, anywhere from 11 to 25% increase of the submachine gun's damage output, with the side effect of the clip being, metaphorically smaller because you're shooting faster. Well, when you put extended mags and scavenger and stuff like that on, or have something like specialist, rapid fire becomes really deadly really quickly. It means almost anything that isn't a submachine gun from close to medium range will lose, and that includes shotguns. And I feel like the rapid fire should either go back to be a double tap, which is like in lieu of Call of Duty 4 and World at War, or not be in the game at all. Here's why. When you create a perk like rapid fire, it gives you something else to balance. Not only do you have to balance the submachine guns, you have to balance the submachine guns against themselves. How's a regular MP5 going to go up against the MP5K rapid fire? How's a regular MP5 going to go up against the UMP rapid fire? No longer do you have what will this weapon beat this weapon? Will this weapon hang with this weapon? You have now an increased damage output that's going to make them even more viable. And then you even go out of classes. Like how's a light machine gun going to deal with like a rapid fire P90, which it can pretty much is like a lead laser, or MP7 lead laser, versus a light machine gun which has tons of recoil and moves really slow and bad hip fire. These are just variables. In my opinion, rapid fire needs to leave the game. It does, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, just for the sake of balance, rapid fire needs not to be an attachment. If you want the submachine guns to shoot as fast as rapid fire, make them shoot as fast as rapid fire, and then balance them via the other guns that way. Don't give somebody the option to change the rate of fire of the gun. Rate of fire is what it is. Cap it if you want to, but the fact is, do it post-game, so there's nothing in-game that will change the damage output. No stopping power, no double tap. The damage is the damage, no matter what. And let's go back to situational perks. Situational perks. Perks that I feel like the game benefits from. Stuff like Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, Warlord. Perks like that, which I know perks are not going to be as big a role in the next Call of Duty. It's going to be weapon attachments. I don't know how that's going to play. I don't know how that's going to play out. I'm talking from every Call of Duty prior to Black Ops 2. And there is perks in Black Ops 2, but you know what I'm saying. Perks that pretty much increase your ability to do something, but doesn't really take away from hit detection or weapon balance. Like reloading faster does not take away from hit detection or weapon balance. Aiming down sight does. So that shouldn't happen. Like, if you reload faster, cool. If you want to get, hide from ghosts, cool. If you want extra ammo, cool. Want extra grenades, cool. You just can't create something that affects other things. Like, let's take this for example. Let's say that, I don't know, my magical company creates a perk called Preemptive. And Preemptive, its ability means that nobody can ever spawn behind you. Now you have created a flaw in the gaming engine itself that allows that he has to check for somebody with Preemptive. If a person with Preemptive has his back towards a certain section of the map, and they strategically place themselves around the map so that nobody on their team can actually spawn behind them, they can easily spawn trap people, even in like something like TDM. That's why that perk would never work. That's a blown up example, but that's still an example of stuff like Juiced or Dead Man's Hand, or like perks that just go way overboard. So let's go and talk about one more thing. I know it's kind of dragging out, kind of getting off topic at this point. I wanted to talk about how to make Call of Duty better. First off, Thunder. Well, it might not have been Thunder, but it was a conversation with Thunder. The idea of reloading on the run. That is a cool idea, especially for like light machine guns and stuff like that. Being able to run and reload at the same time. This benefits rushers, this benefits campers, this benefits everybody. I don't know why they haven't implemented it yet. Make it Extreme Conditioning Pro. Or make it, a pro perk of Extreme Conditioning could be reloading on the run instead of like climbing up on stuff faster or infinite sprint. Why not? That would keep more people from using Dead Silence. And it make a more viable perk. I've always said that the way to balance perks is to make everything desirable on the secondary. Like, for example, let's look at the big problem with the Tier 1 perks in Black Ops, the original Black Ops. Everybody used Ghost. Why did everybody use Ghost? Well, one, they had dual mags in the attachment slot. Dual mags was pretty much scavenger on an attachment. So everybody would run that, and then they would have a free first perk. So that left up Hardline. Well, not everybody got kill streak, so anybody that wasn't really good at killing people didn't run Hardline. Then you had Lightweight. Well, if you weren't good, Lightweight didn't benefit you that much either. So that's gone. Now you have Flak Jacket and Ghost. Well, there's more UAVs up if you're a bad player, so that's going to make Ghost more prevalent. And Flak Jacket was more prevalent among good players because bad players generally throw their grenades a lot. So it ended up being a Flak Jacket versus Ghost kind of scenario, and it was frustrating. See, if you would have made some of those other secondary perks beneficial like that, for example, why does everybody use SitRep Pro in Modern Warfare 3? Because the only other perk to compete against it is Stalker. Or Marksman to an extent, but Marksman is more of a perk for a spawn trapper. Because there's Stalker and the SitRep. Well, SitRep can easily counter Stalker by hearing them coming and positioning themselves. So Stalker pretty much took over as the dominant third tier perk because nothing could go against it. Well, if you could basically rush better with like a Extreme Conditioning Pro, which allows you to run more and reload faster, that would compete against the Dead Silence type perk. That would compete against, the hacker type perk. Because now that you can run faster, you don't have hacker. Well, you can in Black Ops 2, but we're just, like I said, post-COD. You don't have hacker, so you can run into, claymores and stuff like that. These are just ideas. What do you guys think? This is running big long for my first comeback commentary. What do you guys think? It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. I'm not sure if I'm going to put gameplay on this or not. It's got like 18 minutes. I might just, tack some other people's gameplays on it. As always, peace, people. Oh, and check out my Facebook. It's in the description below. I'm going to have pictures on my desk for people wondering about it.